Um, so I don't know. This is very iffy for me. Um, I hope it's good. I'm a hold off until I see the full movie before I start like bashing it. But now let's start the bashing. Or, I'm not even wearing the hat. I'm not wearing the hat. I'm too annoyed to wear the hat. I can't. I'm too annoyed right now. I cannot do it. Let's talk about killer animatronics making chair forts. Alright, so hello and welcome to the show. And you already know my name, but if you don't, ask a friend. Finally getting around to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie review. I waited until the DVD came out to do this, so that's why I'm a little late. Go see my video, my opening, because I saw it opening weekend, and I'm going to stop doing that for movies because I did it with Ghostbusters the other day, and we'll get to that review in another video, so check that out. And I'll just keep getting disappointment after disappointment. So I'm going to stop seeing movies on opening weekend. But I waited for this to come out so I can see it again. Just so hopefully that it could change my mind, but it didn't. Now Amazon, I guess, obviously it was a rumor, or I don't know, like, if somebody just obviously edited or made it up, or if it actually was a mistake. But I did go on Amazon, and it said rated R for this. I had it, got the screenshot, it said rated R. So I'm like, okay, so maybe there was a rated R cut of Five Nights at Freddy's, and no, it's the same thing. Only thing different about the Night Shift edition is that there's the stuff on the back there. I've read through it, and it's the same movie. All the bonus content on there is the making of it and cast and crew interviews. So yeah, I tried to change my mind on it. It didn't. I saw it. The video right there was the opening weekend, my first thoughts, and I really was excited for it. Then I saw it again. I took someone else to see it. So there we go. It was friendship breaking. You're not really friendship breaking, but I kind of let some people down because they wanted to see it with me, and I couldn't see it again. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Twice was enough. This shirt's on backwards. But twice was enough. And then I got it on DVD, and I waited to see it on DVD. So 3 times was enough. Actually, well, like 2.5. 2.5, really. I couldn't make it through again because there's nothing different about it. It's the same thing. So 2.5 times was enough for me. It's too sad. So I have some key initial points here. It really had barely to do anything with the actual game. And for that, it kind of took away the fear factor of the original game there, because it kind of just seemed like one big joke. But it really did have some good nostalgia moments. I actually was excited, and I really like that opening scene there. The music is really great with the whole pixelated there. That really got me really excited for it, and it kind of reminded me of what older movies do or did with that, where they had the opening credits there. We don't really see that much anymore, so that was cool, and it built up anticipation because I've already waited half my life for this, and now we're seeing this 3 to 4 minute credits in the beginning, just desperately trying to get to the movie. So that was great, but I don't know. First of all, it really should have been rated R, and that's what I hate about the industry nowadays, is that it's all about money instead of just putting something that fans and people would like. That's really what we can go back to. But yeah, PG-13 because we want it to go to the kids, and we want it to get a more audience from it instead of just because rated R would make it a less audience. It's really like, what would you rather hear? You want to make more money, or do you want to do something that actually satisfies people? Is really what it comes down to, or actually honor what it is you're making. If it has to be R, then so be it. That is something that this has to be. Alright? people argue that, and I'm stressing that if you make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it has to be R. No doubt about it. If you're going to show, what William Afton did, his themes and what he did, if you were to put that on screen, it would. Even the little pixelated death scene that he has in the game, if you were to put that would be R. And that's something that needs to, and it just had to be. And I called it. I called it that in the review, or if you saw my trailer reaction, that is something I called. I called that I was iffy about it, but I would wait until I saw it, and here I am. Now I can fully talk about and express everything because I actually saw it, and I called it. I called it in that thing that it was iffy. It would just crammed everything in. It was too fast. You put Vanessa in there, which didn't, was just too fast there. You already had Springtrap already reveal himself, like, hey, I'm in Springtrap suit, everything was just too fast. You already had the place shut down, and I think that's another thing that just I really didn't like is the place shouldn't have been shut down. It should have been like the game where it's already open, it's still open, it's in business, and somebody's working there, like the game there. Because that's what initially really got me really excited for it as well, is the teaser trailer you had, where it's that woman working there and telling you the rules. It still should have been set in the 80s, that's how it should have been. That's what I was excited for, was to see everything that you don't see in the game, so you kind of get more of who William Afton is. You get to see some of that. You get to see the victims. Basically, everything they showed in that little 8-bit intro there is what should have been shown, is what the movie should have been about. Everything we don't see in the game is what that should have been. Because, I can just go play the game, I can just go play the game if I just want to see that same thing. That's how frustrating this movie is. It has really good moments and nostalgia, and they did really good on the music, and just, of course, the cameos and the animatronics, they look great. The characters are all awesome, but it's just the story that they went with and the way they went about it is what gets me. I think it was way too fast for the first one. You should have just started. You could have done this story later. It could have been like a sequel or at least a third one or something. You should have started at the beginning, or even during the 80s. Is really what it should have been. And then if you wanted to tell this whole story with Mike later on, then you could. That could have been a flash forward, then the place is shut down, then you get Mike, and then this would have been a nice sequel. It's what it feels like is what it should have been. The most anticipated scene that I was also waiting for was the Springtrap scene, and man, that got butchered so much. And with that PG-13 rating, I kind of thought it would, and that's something that I worried about there too. All you see is a bite, and that's it. He falls down, and there you go. Wow. There you go. That's some thoughts on it. I think it's just the way they went about it, the way it is why I have the feelings towards the movie. So, good moments, good elements, but just overall falls short because of all that. And that's really it. We got to talk about the pillow fort. We got to bring up the pillow fort, or the chair. What? What was that? That has to be like the dumbest scene in all of like history, even like horror movie history. Like, I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine with like Freddy Krueger cracking jokes now because even he became a big old joke past that. Even Chucky. I mean, fine. That makes these killer kid animatronics making a little fort in the thing makes Chucky over here looks still scary. I mean, I know the argument is, oh, they're just kids. Well, yeah, but we didn't have to see that. That didn't need to be. I can't even go back to playing the original game now without thinking of that, and it kind of ruins that now. It really ruined the game for me now, because now all I can think of is them stacking chairs and tables while I'm not looking at the camera. It took away everything. It really did. Oh, man.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
Really has nothing to do with security guarding at all. You got that one dude at the beginning that pretty much dies. Totally off screen. Mike just falls asleep every single time he's there, so he literally had the easiest job in existence. And then his annoying sister, which just like was annoying throughout the whole time, and even after the whole thing was done, she still wanted to go back and see him. I feel like that's the one thing that the whole internet can agree on, whether you love it or hate it. That scene is like, why? But yeah, there you go. It's the way they went about it. See it, watch it if you're a fan of the movie. Go, or not the movie, but if you're a fan of the games, go watch it. But I think it was a little too fast. The setting shouldn't went the way they did about it, and I called it. Waited so long for the movie. This is probably the biggest disappointment I've ever had in movies, because I've been waiting so long for it. So I'm let down. Apologies to Matthew Lillard, which was actually probably the only saving grace of this movie was Matthew, for real. I met him and I told him I was ready for Freddy, and now I want Freddy to go away. So you promised me, Matthew. You promised me it was going to be so good. No hate there, because he was like the best part of it. So there you go, which was a good performance, but also made the character William Afton, I hate to say, but just a little bit too comedic there. But I really like it. So there you go. There's that. Let me know what you think down in the comments of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Definitely not going to go see the sequel on opening week. So there's that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you. I also think the movie could have been saved if it was rated R, but let me know what you think in the comments. So we'll see you. Anyone hit me up if you want this. I mean, it's really cool. I might just keep it as a little decoration, because that's really all it's going to be, is a little shelf decoration there. I really like the cover and the artwork and all the little back and stuff, but I'm never going to watch it again, so let me know. Oh yeah, also this little cupcake thing right here, a little bonus. I mean, there's so much I can rant about this movie though, but we're going to keep all the hate comments to a minimal. But this little cupcake thing right here was also a big joke in the movie. That shouldn't, because the only time the cupcake's even a bother is not. It just sits there in the office in the first one, so. The only time it's ever a bother is the fourth game, and that's not even real. That's a hallucination. So if you want to incorporate that in, you could have had someone hallucinating that the cupcake's coming after him. But whatever. There's that. The cupcake's alive now. Whatever. We can just change everything. Whatever. And someone told me that there's like a book lore, movie lore, and a game lore. I wish we could just stop all these like lores and stuff. Just stick to one thing. I mean, It was really cool with Marvel. It was really cool with Marvel, and I honestly have my own little DC universe going on, but I can't call it that because, Batman already took that one. But I got my own little universe working, but this was prior. This was like right when, before everybody started doing it as a trend. But I wish we just stopped the freaking universe thing as an excuse. Should just do something else, like if it's bad, oh, that's just different. That's just a different universe, or this whole movie is a different universe. Okay, why can't you make the game universe then? Why does a movie universe have to be a thing? Why can't you just do a movie based off the game universe? That's what the people want to see. We don't want to just slap something different on something else. We're taking, let's take this. Let's take the name of Five Nights at Freddy's, but let's make its own little new story in this little universe. Slap the name on it. And there you go. That's what people know. We fell in love with what we wanted to see. That's what we want to see. That's what I wanted to see on the screen. So, there you go. So, I can't. Yeah, there we go. This is going somewhere. I can't with this thing. Dang. But I still love you, Scott. Thank you, Scott Cawthon. Thank you. Scott Cawthon. All right, we see you. We'll see you. I'm getting all over here. This is just, I love this thing so much that I hate to see it mangled. So that's why I couldn't even make it through a third time. It was just too frustrating. I can't even sit here and talk about it without blowing the top here. So we'll see you. I'm out of here.